All right, hello. My name is Andrew Young. Um, I wanted to talk about what I did is I went through my notes and like rewrote them and kind of condensed them, made them more appealing to listen to. And so anyway, I wanted to talk about um, just how light is transformed into visual information and focusing on how the eye captures light, how the retina processes that, and like connecting the reading into the any visual activities, like on the ganglion receptive fields and the QD versus sensitivity stuff, which helps clarify how that visual information is organized before it reaches the brain. Moving on to that, so light to the retina. That chapter begins explaining that light is a form of electromagnetic radiation, and that visible light occupies only a small part of that electromagnetic spectrum between 400 and 700 nanometers. As that light travels from the sun into our eye, it's absorbed, scattered, reflected, transmitted, or refracted. And so once that light, uh, you know, gets reflected, or not reflected, but just once it enters our eye, it passes through a lot of different optical components, the cornea, the aqueous humor, the lens, and the vitreous humor. And so before reaching the retina, the cornea provides a lot of the refractive power, while the lens fine tunes that focus through accommodation, and that system allows light from objects to be focused into the retina from different distances. And the retina is where that vision truly begins. That's when like the light energy is transduced into neural signals. And that retina contains two different types, or our retina contains two different types of photoreceptors, the rods and the cones. Cones are concentrated in the fovea. They provide high visual acuity and color vision, but they require like bright light, while the rods are more numerous, especially in the like peripheral retina, but are really sensitive to low levels of light. So they're kind of essential for our night vision. And the uneven distribution explains how our central vision is sharp, but our peripheral is better at detecting a lot of like motion, uh, especially under like dim stimuli. So, rods, or sorry, cones, focus, rods, kind of like that background noise. And moving towards like receptive fields, the ganglion receptive field activity went through visualizing how the retinal ganglion cells respond to light, and how they have a receptive field with a sender and a surround. They could be looked at as like on center or off center cells. And in the on center cells, the light in the center increases firing, while light in the surrounding suppresses firing. Off center cells respond in the opposite way, and that kind of organization enhances our contrast rather than simply just like detecting how bright something is or brightness in general, which helps for like edge detection or pattern recognition. And then going into the acuity, I don't feel like I'm pronouncing that right, versus sensitivity activity. That one helped demonstrate how like different retinal pathways trade detail for sensitivity. The P ganglion cell system has small receptive fields and low convergence, resulting in high acuity, acute, anyway, but lower sensitivity. And in contrast to that, the M ganglion cells pools input from various photoreceptors, making it very sensitive to dim light, but again, less spatially. So, um, anyway, that's like I said earlier, kind of like why the rods and them cells are better for that faint stuff or moving stimuli, while the cones and P cells are supported or support us during like reading or focusing on larger stuff. So anyway, it kind of all of this reading and the activities, I think, do a really good job at showing that like our vision is not just like a camera, but is more of like, the retina performs a lot of processing before the signals even reach our brain. Optimizing sensitivity, balancing details with efficiency as far as our eye is concerned, and yeah, it's a lot more than just taking in light and transferring that into brain data. Uh, anyway, I hope that isn't too lengthy. So, thank you. Oh, and if you have any questions or like want me to redo this, please let me know, because I'm hoping that I'm not going to have any audio issues, but I might. I'm not the most tech savvy. Anyway, thank you. Goodbye.